Welcome back. New information is shedding light on how Osama bin Laden hid his online footprint. This really is fascinating. Typing and messaging and transferring them to thumb drives, handing them off to couriers who then take them to internet cafes, waiting to have new messages brought back, which he'd plug into a computer with no internet access. The system was tedious, time-consuming, and effective. Joining me now, technology expert Anthony Mangialuzzo. Good to see you, my friend.
Thomas, nice to see you.
This really was quite something. So he used a thumb drive.
We have the email system right here.
That's what he used. He would type on a computer with no internet connection, transfer it to that thumb drive, and then hand it off to a courier.
Yes, this was indeed based off of trust, because by having his computer not on the internet, you can't be tracked. If you're not connected to anything with no internet capability, you're good. So literally, go to your local internet cafe 100 miles away, wherever they went, copy, paste, move on.
So he had a plan that worked out perfectly, but even with no internet connection, the computer he used, doesn't that leave some kind of mark?
All over the place, and I think they're going to strike gold mine now. I heard there was hundreds of these USB sticks with email addresses and other information. This is something that I would advise a corporate client to do, and he was able to get away with it for years and years. So they cracked open the cookie jar now. I think they'll be on to something.
So
with
what
this
about
data.
the drive itself? When you plug that into a computer with internet connection, does the little drive leave its mark?
The mark will actually be left here on the device, so you will need it physically.
But it won't track you. There's no way to
track.
Okay, what about the internet cafe? I know the courier went to the internet cafe quite a distance away from where Osama bin Laden's compound was, and he uploaded the emails, he sent them out. Why couldn't they track that signal?
They could track the actual signal there, but based on, I'm sure, more information will be reported. Where they went, did they use different internet cafes? That information can be tracked there. There's going to be a lot of subpoenas and a lot of other things going on, because those cafes will hold definitely some real keys to this whole puzzle.
So bottom line, can you send out an email without leaving a fingerprint?
No.
No, there's no way. It will always be tracked.
Everything
somehow.
is trackable. Everything, yes.
All right, I want to talk about new technology in the classroom. Shift here for just a moment. Remember back in the day when you sat in the back of the classroom, it's because you didn't want to raise your hand or you didn't want to be called on. Well, now teachers are using new technology to basically change the rules in the classroom. They want children to be more involved, and they're doing this how?
Social networking. Imagine that. Facebook and Twitter are changing the world even in the classroom. So if you're not the most outspoken person or a little bit shy, everyone could text something or type something on the screen and really get that participation up.
And we have video of this, so it's actually, you're seeing some of the smartphones, but we have video of some of these online services that they're using. There's several different ones out there, but basically it's like an instant messaging, right, in the classroom. Every child has a computer in front of them. The teacher has a computer as well. There you go. And they're sending messages to each other in the class as well as the teacher and so forth. But you got to wonder if this is taking away from actual communicating with someone verbally.
I think it is. Nowadays, people are real, they'll communicate messages via text, via email, and then they won't even make eye contact with you. So I think this will be a big no-no for students, but with technology and with the internet, 10 years from now, this is going to be the way people are learning, unfortunately.
They're going to be at their home. It's going to be like holograms and all that stuff down the road. It's probably, what, a couple years away, right?
If we say a couple years, it'll be next year.
Oh, it's quite something. We're trying to keep up with it. Anthony Mangialuzzo, always good to see you, our technology expert. Let's shift gears and go to our weather expert, John Belaris, joining us. We're already starting to see some changes.
Yeah, have you ever noticed even when you make a phone call, no one picks up the phone anymore?
No, it's
There's
all
no one
texting.
on the other.
You look at it and you're like, oh, I'll just text them later. Isn't that the case?
There's even an app where you could make it where you go right to their voicemail.
Really?
All right, let's check out the...
Oh, okay.